ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणम् श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारम् प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Gurvastakam. This is a stotram consisting of 8 shlokas, Ashtakam. This stotra is believed to be composed by Shankaracharya. It is often said in the Sampradaya that whatever text or stotra is found, it's written by Shankaracharya, but it cannot be said with certainty that this was written by Adi Shankaracharya, but must have been written by some Shankaracharya. So whichever Shankaracharya, but the shloka is, stotram is very famous. And there are many stotras are in our sampradaya. Small stotram to the big, the huge text. Starting from a small stotram in the form of prayers or as the introductory grantha to Vedanta Prakaranam. There are so many stotrams and the Prakarana Grantha. Even Prakarana Grantha in the form of the Panchakam, Shatkam, Ashtakam, Dashakam. We have Sopana Panchakam, which we have seen once. Advaita Pancharatnam, Kopina Panchakam. These are Panchakam. Panchakam meaning the text or the stotram consisting of 5 shlokas. The Nirvana Shatkam. Shatkam is a group of 6. A text or a stotra text consisting of 6 shlokas. Even we have Ekashloki, which is a Prakarana Grantha. Ekashloki, only one shloka. Ekashloka Grantaha. Dashashloki, Shatashloki. There are so many texts available. Among all these, this particular text, it is taken up today being Guru Purnima. So therefore, we will study this text, Gurvastakam. The glory of the Guru is presented in these 8 shlokas. Guroho Mahima. Without Guru Mina or Guru Kripa Mina, without Guru or Guru Kripa, even if one has gained everything else in life, whatever the Purusharthas, whatever aspirations the person has accomplished, there is no absolutely use for them. Sarvam Vyartam Gurum Vina Guru Kripam Vina. Iti Acharya says. So without the Guru, without surrendering to the feet of the Guru, everything is utterly in vain. It is useless. So Guru Kripa, Shraddha in Guru is important. In the presence of which everything else, every accomplishments becomes meaningful. So it's a beautiful shloka. In the first shloka, the Shankaracharya, we will be seeing that the presence, the purpose of this spiritual, the life, purpose of this Adhyatmika Marga. Adhyatmika Marga is your Mukhya Lakshyam. What is the goal? What is the Parama Uddeshyam? And also the Guroha Magatvam, importance of the Guru. Kimbachaniya Guru Magima. How can the glory of the Guru be expressed in words? Even Bhajagovindam Acharya says, Guru Charanam Bhaja Nirbharagattaha Samsara Achirat Bhava Muktaha iti. one who is deeply devoted to the lotus feet of the Guru, that person, samsarat achirat, without any delay, samsarat achirat muktaha bhavati iti. Because the Shastram is with the Guru. So without Shastram, without Veda Pramanam, Vedanta Pramanam, knowledge is not possible. And without knowledge, moksha is not possible. Therefore, there is no for no hope for being free from the samsara without Guru's grace. Therefore, that person who is completely dependent or surrendered to the lotus feet of the Guru, meaning Nirbaraha, completely surrendered, that person alone is released from this cycle of Janma and Marana, samsara. That is what Acharya says in the first shloka. These shlokas can be sung because these are shlokas. These are not Vedika. It can be set in different tunes and can be sung. So I will chant this in a particular way. You can follow, or you can sing as you like. There are you know, different tunes are there. So whatever tune I know, that I will do, and you can repeat. So let us do the first shloka. Shariram surupam tatha va kalatram yashascharuchitram dhanam me rutulyam manaschena lagnam gurorangripadme tathakim 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 tathakim.
शरीरं
शरीरं
स्वरूपं
स्वरूपं
तथा वा
तथा वा
कलत्रं
कलत्रं
यशश्चारुचित्रं
यशश्चारुचित्रं
धनं
धनं मेरुतुल्यं
मेरुतुल्यं मनश्चेन
मनश्चेन
लग्नं
लग्नं
गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे
गुरोरपद्मे
ततः
ततः
किं
किं
ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं
यदि कस्यचित् शरीरं स्वरूपं भवति तथा कलत्रं स्वरूपं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं च मेरुतुल्यमस्ति किन्तु यदि मनः गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे इत्युक्ते गुरोः चरणकमलयोः न लग्नं भवति ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं शरीरं स्वरूपं तव शरीरं स्वरूपं सुन्दरं भवतु. Let your body be beautiful, sundaram, bharya api, even your wife also, wife or husband, it is kalatram, be beautiful, handsome. And even if your fame is spread all over, you are famous, world famous, and you have wealth, how much wealth, as vast as the Mount Merutulyam. Even if you have all this, if your mind is na lagnam bhavati guru rangri padme, if your mind is not devoted to angri padme, to the lotus feet, padma is lotus, angri charana, to the lotus feet of the guru, then what is the use of gaining all other things? What is the Ryojanam? Ryojanam nasti tataha kim iti Akshepartha. Prayojanam nasti. In this world, we see a person always strives for gaining four things. If you ask, the person would say four things. What are those four things? One is body. The body should be beautiful, physically beauty, and of course, healthy. And Kalatra. Kalatra means spouse. He wants he or she wants a spouse also should be healthy and beautiful. And of course, then famous, being fame, and wealth, dhanam. These four things here, a person generally aspires for. Surupam shariram. Shariram is degaha, kayaha. This kalevaram, shariram. If you see the etymological meaning of the word shariram, over shariram, we have so much abhimana, and we want shariram to be beautiful, to be healthy, it is fine. The shariram should be healthy for survival, to live happily in the world without any disease, without any ailments. Of course, we need a good shariram even to do sadhana. But more than that, we want a shariram which is beautiful, that it should be appreciated by others. Self-appreciation is one thing, but should be appreciated by others. We want others' appreciation, recognition. But the shariram, if you see the word etymologically, Shiryamana Swabhavatvat Shariram. Shariram which is subject to decay. That is what Shariram is. That is Shariram which is subject to decay. Slowly it decays. In the beginning it grows up to a certain age. After that it declines. Shiryamana Swabhavatvat. Subject to disintegration. Slowly disintegrates. Or even the word Degha if you take. Dagana Yogyatvat. Daganam is cremation. One day it is going to be cremated. So Dakana Yogyatvat, nobody will preserve the Shariram like mummies. So it is going to be cremated one day. We cannot keep it also. Just one day, one more day, or 2 days. No. Cannot keep it without any ice, etc. We cannot keep it. Body. That is Dakana Yogya it is. So that Shariram, let it be beautiful Surupam, Sushturupam, Shobhanam Rupam, Yasya Tat Shariram, Sundaram Shariram, let it be beautiful, handsome. If it is a woman's Shariram, be beautiful. If it is a male's Shariram, let it be handsome, let the person be handsome. But if we analyze this Shariram is nothing but Annamaya Kosha. It is Annamaya Shariram. Annamaya Shariram, Annat, Jayate. It is made of Annam only, pure Annam food only. So let this Annamaya Shariram Shomanam Bhavatu. Let this body be beautiful. Surupam, Shomna Rupam, Tena Kim. What of it? So what? Even though the shape of this physical Shariram, Stula Shariram, this Annamaya Kosha, the shape, the color, complexion may be captivating, but it perishes with time. Kalena Nashyati eva. In time, it just Nashyati, like a vegetable. One day it will die, decay, perish, decay, decline, die. Tenakim prayojanam tatakhim. What is the ultimate use of it? Janma mritu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan said, one must have the buddhi to see the defects in all these things. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. All these things we see in the world. Janma, birth. Birth is not a pleasant thing, even though we celebrate. The jiva has come to the world to exhaust his karma, and also, if it's a human being, to exhaust karma and also to gain karma. Helplessly, he will do karma and gain more papa punya. So his samsara will be continuing. Other than human shariram, all the beings, they come to exhaust their karma. They are just bhokta. Those jivaha, bhoktaha eva. We are not talking about other jivas. We are talking about manushya. So janma, death, that is also pain. Old age need not be asked at all. Old age is always painful. And disease. What to talk of disease? Everyone wants anayasena maranam. That should be our prayer, in fact. Anayasena maranam vinadainena jivanam. Dehi me kripaya shambhu tvai bhakti machanchalam. But we should pray only for this anayasena maranam. It's a beautiful prayer. So death without any ayasa, without any pain, without any disease, no terminal disease. But these are the experiences of the people in the world which we see. In old age, not only old age, even in youth also, the person is afflicted by disease, his body slowly decays and dies. So therefore, this shariram, a beautiful shariram, surupam shariram, shobhanam shariram, one day it becomes deformed. Therefore, tena kim prayojanam. Ityukte tena kim shashvatam prayojanam. Tena kim prayojanam means not that this shariram should be given up. Not that everyone should commit suicide. That is not the meaning. What is the use of this shariram? What is the permanent use? What is the shariram is a tool. It is a karanam. Like antakaranam, the mind is a karanam. The shariram also is given. This is a tool, a karanam given with that we have to use intelligently to cross over this ocean of samsara. But what happens over the shariram? There is dehatma buddhi. Aham degaha iti, this abhimana, this buddhi. Dehatma buddhya kim sambhavati. Let it be there, so what? If you ask, Dehatma buddhi is samsara. The samsara gets more and more entrenched by this Dehatma buddhi. And Dehatma buddhi is the samsara, is the, therefore, what is our experience? Dukkhaha eva anubhuyante. Therefore, our experience only will be dukkham, sorrow. That is what the first chapter of the Gita also. Shloka moha. So everything is fraught with pain in this world. That is a reality. But we don't see that. We don't have that viveka buddhi to penetrate and see things as they are. So it is not a pessimistic view. Well, let us be optimistic. Why should we see? What is the reality? The reality has to be taught, has to be known. So this is not a pessimistic view. Shariram should be looked upon as shariram. So there is no over exaggeration of what we have. It is a possession, like any other things we possess. It is a possession. It is given. Not that you created, it is given to you. The shariram, this type of nose or legs or ears, some deformation, that is also given. Some are born blind, given. Karma. Born deaf, born with congenital deformity. That is how you are born. Cannot complain about that. Let us accept and with that acceptance, whatever to be done with the shariram, whatever done, the duty, dharma, as a means to means for moksha, that should be that is intelligence. So here he says, if a person has got beautiful shariam, then what is the use? Even if the person has, what is the ultimate use of it? Everything when it is pain, janma dukkam, jara dukkam, jaya dukkam, punah punah, samsaram, saharam dukkam, tasma jagrata jagrata. The shloka awakens us from sleeping. Don't sleep, get up. Janma is fraught with dukkam, pain only. Jara is dukkam. Everything is dukkam. The samsara, sagaram is dukkam. One has to see the dosha darshanam. Ultimately, it is going to be, it's going to perish one day, go away. Therefore, there is no pessimistic thing in this. So one should discern this. And accordingly, one has to work for that. That is the ultimate purpose of life. And that for that, without Guru's grace, Guru's support, it is not possible. Therefore, without that, without resorting to Guru, tena kim, tena surupena shobhana sharirena kim prayojanam. So therefore, whether the body is beautiful or not is not the question. Let it be beautiful or not beautiful. Of course, it must be healthy. That is important because shariram kalu dharma sadhanam. So therefore, surupam means beautiful. Not only beautiful, both you can take physical beauty as well as healthy. Assuming that body is physically beautiful, very radiant, beautiful and healthy. But what is the ultimate purpose of even this healthy body if the person doesn't strive for moksha? As we saw in Viveka Chudamani, Vitakhonvasti Mudatma Yastu Swarte Pramadyati Durlabam Manusham Degam Prapya Tatrapi Paurusham Iti Manushya Degam Ladva Yaha Mokshartam Na Prayatate Saha Mudatma Iti. Having gained this precious human shariram, that human shariram body is appreciated because it is a karanam, a tool given. If the person doesn't strive for moksha, he is mudatma. He is a deluded person. Therefore, moksha is the goal. And moksha tu gurumukat prapto padesham vina na siddhyati. How moksha is possible without guru? Without the upadesha received from the teacher, moksha is not possible. Therefore, ataha, tataha kim, tataha kim, tataha kim. Therefore, what is the use? What of it? So, therefore, Guru Bhakti, Guru Vakyeshu Shraddha Avashyaki. Without that, Tena Vina, Kim Prayojanam, there is no Prayojanam. What is the ultimate use of this Shariram being beautiful and even healthy also? If there is no Guru Bhakti, there is no Shraddha in the Guru. The same way, Tata Eva, Kalatram. Kalatram ityukte bharya or patihi. If someone's wife or husband is beautiful, that is good. And that too, if bharya is bhartra chittanuvartini bharya, punyena eva labhyate. A wife who acts, who behaves in total alignment with the husband's mind, it is gained only through punyam. So wife means you can replace it by husband also, somebody husband also. To get a good husband, it is not easy. One must have a good dharmika. A person as husband is also rare. One must have done some punya in the previous janma. Then only a good husband or wife is possible. And if the person speaks very sweetly, very faithful, loyal, all these things are fine. And similarly, yashaha, kirtihi. Kirtihi also, it is fame also spread all over the world. You are appreciated by the whole world. Sarve prashamsam kurvanti. Fine, that is also be there. And yashash charu chitram. So charu chitram, charu is lovely, pleasant, sundaram. Chitram is diverse. So therefore you are praised by all the people, all the people of the world. So what? You have got famous, it is all over. Yashaha charu chitram. Then dhanam merutulyam, dhanam vittam, aishwaryam. Merutulyam dhanam bhavatu. It means a person has got so much wealth, boundless wealth. How much wealth he has got? Like the Meru, like the mountain Meru. Merutulyam. Merutulyam, Meru, Girina Sadrisham, Aparam Dhanam Mityartaha. Limitless, boundless wealth. Meruhu, Iva, Tulyam. Merutulyam. All this being there. Then Manaha. Manaha na lagnam chet guroho angripatme. Guroho. Guroho kaha guruhu granati upadishati iti guruhu. The one who teaches is a guru. The one who teaches are Shrotriyatvat Guruhu, one who has gained knowledge from the mouth of a Guru. Means that person must have come under the Sampradaya, the traditionally prescribed manner. The person has learned the Shastram from his teacher. Yasya jnanam asti, yena jnanam pradatum shakyam, sahayava guruhu. So therefore a guruhu, or in the language of the Upanishad, Shrotriyaha, Brahmanishtaha. Even if the person is not a Brahmanishta, he must be a Shrotriya. That person alone is qualified to be a guru. One who has knowledge, and also one who has the capacity to effectively communicate the teaching of the Upanishad, that person is the guru. And there is a famous shloka, Gukarastu Andakaro vai Rukaran Tannivartakaha. Rukaraha Tannivartakaha. Guru, Gu stands for Andakara. Ru is dispeller of that Andakara. Andakara means darkness. Ajnanam is compared to darkness. And who is the remover of that darkness? Guru. Ru stands for, in the Guru, Ru stands for removal. Removal of ignorance. The one who removes ignorance. Andakara niro dattvat. Guru ritya vidiyate. Therefore, that person who removes the ajnana andakara, the darkness of ignorance, that person is a guru. How? By teaching. Only by teaching it can be removed, not any other way, because the cause is avidya, ajnanam. There is no other way of imparting moksha to a disciple other than teaching, other than giving jnanam. Jnanam is the only means. This has to be strongly, deeply entrenched in our buddhi. Otherwise, we may go for some teacher or some sampradaya where some other means sadhana is emphasized. All other means or any other means other than jnanam will not give moksha. Aspiring for moksha, if you adopt any other means than jnanam, knowledge, moksha is not possible. Moksha is freedom. If you want to be free from samsara, it is only through jnanam. And jnanam comes only from the teacher, from the words of the teacher who teaches the shastra. That is like Granati Upadishati. He teaches. What does he teach? He teaches the shastram that he has learned from his teacher. And that teacher must have learned from his teacher. Therefore, like that, if you trace it, the Adi Guru is Dakshinamurti. So Dakshinamurti is Adi Guru who is a young Guru. Guru is young or old doesn't matter. Guruhu yuvakaha bhavatu va vruddhaha bhavatu. Guruhu eva. Chitram batataror mule Raddha Shishya Gurur Yuva. Dakshinamurti is Yuvakaha. And the disciples, you see, four disciples sitting around him, they are very old people. Therefore, age doesn't matter, knowledge. Age and intelligence, age and jnanam are not synonymous. Jnanam is jnanam. Therefore, Guroho, Tasya Guroho, Angri Padme, Charana Kamale, lotus feet, Angrihi Eva Padmam, Tasmin, Na Lagnam, Na Nivishtam, if the mind is not fixed, not devoted, Na Lagnam, Tataha Kim, Tataha Kim, Kaha Labaha, Kim Prayojanam, what is the use? There is no Prayojanam. Even after attaining all these comforts, all these pleasures, if the person mind is not devoted, not anchored in the lotus feet of the Guru, then all these achievements, accomplishments are meaningless. Lagnam, Lagnam na, Manaha, Lagnam nachet, means there is no, see, when the mind will not be Lagnam, when there is no reverence, when there is no Shraddha for the Guru or the words of the Guru, there is no Nishta in the teaching of the Guru. So therefore, if the Nishta, if the Shraddha is not there, then all these achievements are useless. And Guroho Padma, that feet is compared to Angri Padmam. Angri Padmam is Kamalavat. It is like a lotus feet. His feet are like the lotus petals. Just as a Brahmara absorbed, completely absorbed in the lotus. Similarly, the Chittam of the Shishya also should be completely absorbed in the Guru, lotus feet of the Guru. Feet, feet is said because it is to the feet we offer namaskaras, exhibiting our Shraddha, exhibiting our Bhakti. So, exhibiting our surrender to the teacher. That Manaha Angri Patni is should have Guru Bhakti and Shraddha in the words of the teacher. That is what is the meaning is. Not just scrapping the feet of the teacher. It is not to fulfill the ego of the teacher. It is not that. That is not the meaning. Your acceptance is shown by doing namaskara to the feet of the teacher, and it is feet is compared to the lotus. Worshipable. It is the feet is like a lotus pushpa. So worshipable. How much love and reverence, the appreciation we have for the lotus, similarly we should have for the feet. It means to the teaching of the Guru. That is the meaning. And this second line of the shloka, Manaschena Lagnam, Guru Angri Patme, Tataha Kim, this will be occurring in every shlokas. So here if you see Tataha Kim iti, 4 times it is there. That also can be interpreted. First, tataha kim. What is the meaning of tataha kim? One time if he said it is okay, why 4 times? Maybe for the meter also he can say, because it is like song can sing, or we can give an interpretation also for that. Tataha kim. Pratamasya tataha kim vakyasya bhavaha kim. That is nashvaratvam. These material pleasures, what's said above, that is the beauty, wealth, and fame, these are all transient, perishable. They are nashvarani. Therefore, after death, nothing comes with you. Only the knowledge which is given by the Guru, that all alone becomes the real ultimate savior. That alone carries one across this ocean of samsara. Therefore, all the accomplishments are of the nature of transient nature. They have got transient nature, they are perishable. Therefore, tataha kim nashvaratvat sarve nashyanti. Therefore, tataha kim iti. First tataha kim. Second tataha kim. Can you gain peace of mind by gaining all these things? You have got wealth and all the material possessions. Will you feel happy? Will you enjoy that shanti, purna shanti? That is so, then all rich people must be happy, must be feel secure, but doesn't. We don't see that. Therefore, no complete total peace is possible with all these accomplishments. They are never it is never obtained through all these accomplishments. As long as the grace of the teacher is not received, grace in the form of teaching, and moksha is not possible. Therefore, these are all useless only. Therefore, tataha kim, your atrupti will continue. In spite of all accomplishments, your atrupti, dissatisfaction, your insecurity will continue. Therefore, second tataha kim. Then tritiya tataha kim, okay, all these material accomplishments you have, will this make you free? No. Arjane dukkam, rakshane ati dukkam. Gaining all these things involves effort and therefore pain, and to protect them, dhanam accomplished. Then to protect the dhanam, that is more painful. Earning is more painful. Then saving them, keeping them secured is another painful job. And not only that, the loss of them will make you disappointed. It will push you even to the level of giving up your life. Therefore, these are going to be the shackles, tremendous shackles, will put you in samsara, will perpetuate samsara. This will not become the releaser of samsara, into samsara pravartakaha bhavanti. It will promote samsara. It will promote samsara. It will not make you a samsari. It will make more and more you a samsari. More and samsari means bondage. Bandhakatvam. That is the tritiya tataha kim vakyasya bhavaha. All these accomplishments will make you a more and more, binding person, bound you to samsara. They can't put a stop to this samsara. Samsara nivartakaha na bhavanti, kintu samsara pravartakaha bhavanti. They will be the promoters of samsara. Promotion, like advertisement, all these will be promoters. Then fourth, tataha kim. Okay, all these things you have gained. All these things are like zeros. You put as many zeros, and without a digit in front, these zeros will not make any meaning at all. It means these accomplishments doesn't have any meaning at all. It doesn't have any essence without having moksha as the primary goal. Without having moksha, that moksha is only through jnanam and therefore guru. Therefore, not having that as the goal, all these accomplishments are zero only. Therefore, these accomplishments doesn't have any real substance. Sarahinatvam bhavati. Moksha palam bina durlabha manusha janmana kim prayojanam. Moksha purushartham bina sarva purushartha praptihi vyartha eva. You have gained artha purushartha, kama purushartha. Dharma also gained lot of punyam by doing charity works, etc. But all this must subserve moksha, and moksha is jnanam. Jnanam implies guru. Therefore, if that is not there, then what is the use of all this purushartha, accomplishing this purushartha? It is not going to release you from samsara. It will perpetuate samsara only. Therefore, without moksha purushartha, attainment of other purusharthas are of no use. And gurum bina alabhyamanatvat, moksha purushartha siddhim bina, anya purushartha siddhinam, siddhihi asiddhihi eva. All other purusharthas are as though not gained without moksha purushartha. All these purushartha will be meaningful, will be purposeful only when moksha purushartha is there. Because these purusharthas, through all these purusharthas, what we really want is moksha. Not understanding that, not recognizing that fact, if you pursue only artha kama, dharmartha kama, then it is not complete. The same void will continue. Therefore, sarahinatvam, that is the fourth tataha kim conveys. So therefore, this first shloka, in spite of accomplishing all these things, these will not have any purpose, will not of any use if you don't have shraddha, if you don't have bhakti in the feet of the lotus feet of the Guru. That is the meaning. The next shloka, let us chant. Kalatram dhanam putra pautradi sarvam griham bhandhava sarvametha dhijatam manasche nalagnam gurorangripadme tathakim 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 tathakim.
फलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवा सर्वमेतद्धि
मनुष्येण
गुरोरग्रिपद्मे ततः किं
Yes, some of them is repeated. Kalatram dhanam putra pautradi sarvam griham bandavaha etat sarvam hi jatam. Jatam means labdam. Kintu yadi manaha gurorangri padmena lagnam bhavati tataha kim tataha kim tataha kim tataha kim. So kalatram means spouse. Dhanam wealth. Putra pautradi. Putra son, pautra grandson. Adi padat, praputra, great grandson, etc. You can add. And sarvam, everything, graham, house, and bandavaha, all the relatives, relations. All this sarvam etati jatam labdam. Everything gained. So what? So what? Is it the ultimate goal of life? Will it give you maybe some, of course, some relative satisfaction is required. Without relative satisfaction, one cannot aspire for total satisfaction, which is only through total satisfaction is moksha, through moksha. So for moksha pursuit, one has to be relatively satisfied, contented, secured, happy. For that purpose, this may serve. But forgetting that moksha purushartha is and the means of moksha jnanam, and therefore the guru, the person is completely immersed, completely submerged in this alone. This is what samsara. Tena tataha kim prayojanam. So in this second shloka, Acharya, Shankaracharya, he points out the futility of all the family relationships. Maybe shocking, that is true, and all the material, social material pleasures. A man seeks happiness how solely in relationships throughout his life, through wife or husband, through son, daughter, of course, in father, mother, etc., the family, friends. A person in the beginning, he thinks if he has a good spouse and wealth, abundant wealth, and sons and grandsons obedient, assuming they are obedient, then life is a success. Of course, it is a success, but success doesn't stop there. The purpose of life doesn't stop there. He builds a huge house, a big mansion, bungalow, and all the relatives by his side. So what? All the relatives means what? Aham and mama. This ahankara and mamakara. Aham abhimana increases, becomes more and more strong, and the sense of mine as mamata. These are mine. These people are mine, and I belong to them. As Shankaracharya says in the Bhashyam, aham yetesha mama yete. This is what samsara is. So therefore, all these things we are not dismissing, they are worth obtaining. But the back of your mind always remember these are transient, perishable. These relationships will last how long? Only till the physical body. Only when this physical body is alive. As long as this body is there, so long only these relationships, etc., will be purposeful, meaningful. All these are connected to the body. This is all connected to the body. Therefore, as long as body is there, so long. When body is gone, then everything is gone. Dhritam shariram utsrajya kashtaloshta samam kshitau. Vimukaha bhandavaha yanti dharmastam anugacchati. It's a shloka in the Manusmriti. That is, after death, what they do, people leave the body like a log on the earth. Then what the Bandavaha, the friends and relatives do, they go away turning their backs on it. Then what follows a person really is the punyam, whatever punyam he has gained, that alone follows him. That is Tamil song also. Viduvarai Uravu, same thing. It's put in Sanskritam. It is in Manusmriti. It's a known fact. So therefore, ete bhandavaha, eka paryantam eva santi. As long as the physical body is there, so long. But you are not just the physical body alone. Therefore, if the mind is not fixed at the lotus feet of the Guru, then this person is completely doomed in this sleep of delusion. Therefore, Guru alone is the one who brings out this person from this web of samsara. Just as crossing the crossing the ocean is difficult without a boat. Similarly, crossing this ocean of samsara is difficult without devotion to the Guru. Therefore, tataha kim, tataha kim, tataha kim iti. When a person departs from this shariram, nobody accompanies the person, then that time, then at, then at that time, only the knowledge bestowed by the Guru and the whatever samskara, the spiritual samskaras, whatever gained, that alone is companion. And that will, the person, even if he has not gained moksha, Raghunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. And Bhagavan Krishna says, Nagi Kalyana Krit Kaschit Durgatim Tatagachati. He has taken a good step, he will not fail. He will continue with this created samskara, spiritual samskaras. There is no doom for this person. Therefore, one has to make use of the life, that is when he is alive, make use of this chance to use it for moksha, to use it for gaining jnanam and work for moksha. One need not have pressure for moksha, but one can always relaxedly enjoy this spiritual journey. But for that, one has to understand these facts. It doesn't mean all relationships and accomplishments should be shunned. That is not the meaning at all. All these things are useful. In fact, if anybody asks me, I would suggest them only to take Grihastha Ashrama. Grihastha Ashrama is a beautiful ashrama, wonderful setup. Through that only one can prepare oneself for the next stage. Whether sannyasa or not, that is not a point. One can be an antara sannyasi. In fact, really a sannyasi only is a sane person. I'm talking about the real sannyasi. We have to say like the real today. Because there are so many fakes are there, therefore we have to say real. We have to say he's a real sadhu. What is a real sadhu? Sadhu is a sadhu. Because there are duplicate sadhus, therefore we have to say real sadhu. Sannyasi, meaning real, a sannyasi is only enjoys a sane mind. All other minds, if you see, they are tied with something always. Always some mental chattering, something will be going on all the time, 24/7 non-stop. And we are also not tired of it. Whereas sannyasi, he has given up everything and his mind alone is fixed in Bhagavan, fixed in Shastram. Why I am saying Shastram? Because Shastram alone reveals the Advaita Tattva. Therefore, Shastram. First we hold on to Bhagavan, the Saguna Brahma, everything. Later we have to drop that also. Anyway, that is a higher stage, next stage. In fact, after studying Shastram, Upanishad, etc., that is the stage we have to progress to. Anyway, that is with regard to the teaching. Fine. Now, coming back here, this Kalatram. Kalatram is Bharya. Dhanam, Dhanyam, Bhaguputra Labham, everything. All these things are very useful. That is, we pray for, we ask. In fact, we ask, Anayasen Vinadeniana Jivanam. Nobody asks prayers for life now with poverty. We want Vinadeniana Jivanam. Swamiji beautifully says, this poverty is not in our culture. We choose to live a simple life. In other religion, they embrace poverty. They subject themselves to, the difficulties and all. It is not what it means. Poverty is not a sign of spirituality. We choose to live a simple life, not being luxurious. Our body itself is a luxurious thing for a simple person. No. So therefore, all these things are very good. You have all the relations around you. So Dhanam, Putra, Pautradi, then laws, in-laws, daughter-in-law, all, everything, all Bandhavaha. And if they live together, that's a big thing. Griham, Nivasa Stalam, let it be Vishalam, all the Bandhavaha, Atmiya Janaha, everything being there, Etat, Sarvam, Jatam, Utpannam, Praptam, that also Punyam. A person having 28 sons is a Punyam. It's not, it is not easy, and got 28 children and he has got the means to support them. It is Punyam. All fine, all relations. Then Tataha Kim, Tena Kim Prayojanam, without Gurorangri Padme Manaschena Lagnam. This, without the, without bhakti, without Shraddha to the feet of the teacher, Guru, that alone provides, gives ultimate satisfaction. Without them, all these sons, grandsons of this household, all these big building, etc., will not be of use. This will only strengthen his mamatvam, ahankara. Therefore, one should fix the mind on the Guru Tattvam. Social security, of course, required, but social security is not spiritual security. Socially secure, a person has to feel that social security that is required, but that is doesn't mean that is spiritual security. So one can aspire for social security to from that to grow to be a spiritual secure. Even if you reside in a golden palace, surrounded by all your loving relatives, you are socially secure, but not spiritually. Because there is always tomorrow, there is always the final end is there. Therefore, if your mind doesn't find shelter now in the lotus feet of the Guru, and all these accomplishments, etc., all these are useless. Therefore, Guru or Angri Padme, Guroho Angri Padma, which is this Angri Padma also. Why it's called Angri Padma? It's another meaning also. Padma, the lotus, it grows in the muddy water, muddy, in the slush, but never touched by the slush, the water. So too, the Guru also, even though he lives here, he lives very well among us in this world alone, he lives, but not touched by samsara. So that is why his feet is compared to the lotus. Lotus born, pankajam, pankajayate, born in the mud, but remains untouched by the mud. In the same way, Guru also, in the same way, Shishya also must be devoted to the Guru. That is the idea. So Pankaja, Guru Rangri Padme. There are two things which I personally value. One is two people. In the beginning stage of life, if you take personally, that is my mother. She is a great support for me for all my spiritual decisions, etc. That is one part. Second part, the whole life, if you see, it purely centers around my teacher. Whatever he has given, whether it is Vedanta knowledge or even Sanskritam, the whole life is completely centered around him. Till death, I can't forget him, and after death also. It is his real blessing and gift. There is nothing else I have, and I don't want also. It is his blessing. He has given the knowledge to study Shastram on my own now, because he has given the nuances, he has given the methodology, how to approach a Shastram. Taught so many Upanishads. With that, we can approach any Upanishad and extract the essential meaning of it. And that is what is Jnanam is, and that Jnanam alone, the Nishtha in that alone, that is what my job is whole life to be practiced. I'm doing it or not, that is a different thing. That is what I'm supposed to do. Other than that, what else is required in life? There's nothing else. So only person finally whom I hold on to is my my teacher, Swami Dayananda Saraswati. It's a beautiful way to remember him and express my gratitude and teach this Gurvastakam, start this Gurvastakam, thanks to all of you. So we will stop here. From Tritiya Shloka onwards, we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवाद
बोलो सर
धन्यवाद शरण जी
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद शरण जी
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
Dhanyavadah.